Hello, welcome to Full Force Combat. I am back with the beast, Matthew Bonner. He's back in action finally after some time away. Just to start off, Matt, how does it feel being back in a fight camp, having something lined up? How does it feel after so long?
I keep using the word excited, and then I wonder how excited can you be to get punched and kicked and elbowed in the face. But yeah, it's good. There's this. I think everyone's seen who's followed this kind of hiatus in my career, how I've been frustrated. That competitive side needed something to engage with. So it's exciting to come back and get going again.
How does it feel to be back in the gym and have kind of a date to kind of fight towards? How does it feel being in the gym in general?
Like you said, I have been in the gym. I'm not saying it was full time, but I was still kind of going next gen 2-3 times a week. Still keeping it involved to some degree. But then I did, and I sat down with Paul Rimmer and said, this Paul Rimmer, main coach from next gen, I said, around June time, if this carries on the way it's going, I'm come September, I'll probably have to retire. You know, this isn't a hobby for me. I've got a lot of things going on with a second baby on the way, running a business and whatnot. It has to pay off somewhere, not even financially, but there has to be a fight. There has to be something for me to be, gearing towards. Yeah. So I said that to myself in June. I said it to Paul in June, and the idea was I'm going to train I'm in a training camp from June to September, and then if something didn't come along, then maybe that would be it. Whether I would have followed through on that, I'm not too sure, but it's good to be back in the gym. It's actually been easier to be in the gym Monday to Friday than I thought it would be. My body's held up really well. I've had some very, very minor injuries I've been able to work around. So yeah, it's good to get back in there with the lads and say, get ready for a big fight.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, definitely is a big fight. I mean, another middleweight title on the line. How would it feel having, how's it going to feel when you have another title on your professional resume?
I think like you say, it's not maybe as prolific as the Cage Warriors title, this one, but it doesn't have to look good on a profile picture, doesn't it? And it does. It looks good, and it's going to get me some more opportunities. It's catching up to Dan Bonner as well. He's got about 16 belts these days, so it's nice to be able to try and play a little bit of catch up there. So it's nice. Yeah. Good opponent, solid opponent. Yeah. Bit of a strange style, but yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of tape on your opponent. I know watching tapes are a big thing in next gen, as we saw with countless interviews and other fighters saying tape. But yeah, have you been watching a lot of tape on him, and what's kind of your initial thoughts on your opponent?
I've watched maybe 3 or 4 of his fights, and you try and look for things that stick out. I know he fought on Octagon, and he retired after the second round in there, so that was always like a curiosity. Why retire? So I ended up kind of having to do a bit of a deep dive on that and try and find it, and I eventually did. I've not watched his last fight from Aries. I've watched his last fight from the organisation that we're fighting on now. So yeah, definitely looking at the tape, but maybe not getting too kind of mixed up in it. You know, he is a veteran, he's experienced, and you don't want to kind of almost anticipate too much. Try and react more than anticipate these days. Yeah.
So would you say this camp's been more about sharpening your own skills? Yeah.
I think that's what every camp should be about. I think it's what me and Dan do really well. Is we're 34-year-old now, and a lot of the time when people get towards the mid-30s, they stop learning almost, and you just get like the same version of them every fight. A camp is for them, for these people. It might be they just get fit again. Where I think me and Dan do a good job of still growing in between training camps, and that can be quite rare. Like I say, when you get a bit older, I think that's down to our coaches and how good they are. That we're still learning, and you hope to get the best version of me in come September 6th.
No, definitely. So, have you seen a lot of other cards from the promotion, or you?
It was just his fight that I've watched off the promotion, but it looks like a good organisation. They've been very easy to deal with in regards to kind of sorting out flights and things like that. The fight where he won the welterweight title, the event looked good. The promotion looked solid. So yeah, it's exciting to get over there and experience it in the flesh.
No, brilliant. So for you, where would this fight rank in terms of importance in your career?
I think it's more important, not in the sense that it's for a second title, which is nice. It's important in the sense of this. It's almost like the return, if you know what I mean. And so there's quite even to myself. The exciting bit for me is going to be how I feel just before the fight. Like, is it going to be, yes, I've worked hard to come back and I'm going to take this opportunity with both hands, or is it going to be like, fuck am I doing this for again? I had quite a good life, an easy life. I had, just looking after a business and looking to see my lad loads and whatnot, and so that's what I'm looking forward to. That kind of that feeling, how I'm going to feel just before the fight.
Brilliant, absolutely buzzing, Matt. Absolutely buzzing to see you back in action. So with it being another middleweight belt, I know you was looking at kind of moving to welterweight, but are you happy it's at middleweight?
I think especially again after the time off, I don't. It's almost like when you get someone fighting for the first AMI fight, and you say we're not doing a big weight cut because there's so much going on anyway. We want to make this as easy as possible, basic as possible. So it was nice to not have this idea of, oh shit, I'm gonna have to drop 12 kilos to get down to welterweight. I'm 90 kilo now. It's a 6 kilo cut to get down to that championship weight. So it's just something else that I don't need to kind of think about too much. That's a very easy weight cut by anyone's standards.
Definitely. Well, we've seen before at middleweight you perform spectacularly anyway, so yeah, we're really looking forward to watching that one. Have you had any kind of key training partners for this camp? Is there anybody from the gym you want to give a shout out to who's been helping you move things along a bit?
Ben Kelly has been my main training partner for probably every single one of my pro fights, when I went to Next Gen, so he always gets a shout out. He's always very helpful, and I think he was 18 when I first met Ben. He's like 24 now, and he's really grown into his shape. He's a middleweight now. He was a welterweight. His next fight will be at middleweight. He's a good, big, strong training partner. Younger than me, hits harder than me. So he keeps me on my toes. As does George Staines. He's a bit more of a newer addition to Next Gen. Great wrestling, great striking, great everywhere. So these training partners, just mentioning those two, they're the guys who I know are better than the guy I'm fighting. Mm-hmm. So to be able to spar those, to be able to have success against those, or to even just survive through the rounds, I know I know their skill set is better than Nina's. Yeah. Amongst other people, there's Big Jacob, Oscar, Matt Calamari. All different shapes and sizes, all different skill sets, all different experiences, but all really good level guys.
Yeah, it's just like a melting pot of high level talent Next Gen, isn't it? Just so many good guys.
That's it. It's kind of very cliche, that steel sharpens steel kind of thing, but there's such a diverse set of fighters there, athletes there. Ben has knockout power. George Staines has great wrestling. Matt Calamari has other really good wrestling, but it's his style. It's not maybe a conventional style. So you do spar these guys, and that should give me the confidence in the fight to go in there and win. Yeah,
definitely. So just to kind of finish off, we're a few weeks, but we're only a few weeks away now. Is there anybody kind of you want to give a shout out to from your personal life, or any sponsors, or anybody you just want to thanks for the support? Or?
Thanks as always to Dan, because now he's come back from Australia after his fight. He's going to be a bit more, have a bit more say in padding me and maybe a few spars and whatnot. Obviously, say thanks to my wife Leslie, who is pregnant, looking after my 2-year-old lad. So she's took on a little bit more of a burden there. If I have to spend more time at Next Gen, spend more time in the gym, she has to pick up that. Thanks to the Forge, everybody supporting me here, and anyone else who even sends me a nice little message on Instagram and stuff. It's appreciated.
Oh, definitely. We're all looking forward to seeing you back in action, the Beast. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, mate.
Cheers, Matt.
Good man.